Hi, welcome to America Reads Fun Learning Activities. We're college students who create fun learning activities for kids. Our activities are focused in reading, writing, and math. In today's lesson, I'm going to be teaching you about scaled picture graphs and scaled bar graphs and how to define more or less of a specific type of data. I'm going to start today's video by showing an example of a pictured graph and a bar graph, both scaled. I'm going to make sure that you are comfortable with both graphs before moving on to the next step. Then we are going to move on to some equations that we will do together and then an equation that you'll do on your own. Let's begin. In the first graph, you can see that we are looking at a picture graph. It is showing a handful of fruits, bananas, apples, and grapes. As you can see, the x-axis has the type of fruit that is in the graph. And on the y-axis, we have how many fruits there are. In the second type of graph we will be using today, this is a bar graph. On the x-axis, you can see that we have the days of the week. And on the y-axis, we have how many selected on this day. If for a Monday, we would have 5, Tuesday we're at 7, Wednesday we're at 3. Now that we have looked at both types of graphs, the picture and the bar graph, we are going to move on to some examples to break down their data. In this graph, you can see that we are going to be comparing how many heart valentines each child received on Valentine's Day. On the x-axis, we have the names of the children, and on the y-axis, we have how many heart-shaped valentines they received. The question is, how many more valentines did Sam get than Allie? The first step we need to do is find Sam on the graph. We can see that Sam has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 valentines. And Allie has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 valentines. If Sam has 8 and Allie has 5, 8 minus 5 equals, let's see how many more we need to get. 1, 2, 3. Therefore, Sam got 3 more valentines than Allie did. In our second graph, we are going to be looking at a bar graph example. In this example, we are viewing what subject students voted was their favorite. On the x-axis, we have the subjects available to vote for, and on the y-axis, we have how many students voted for that specific subject. The question is, how many more students said that preferred English over math? First, we need to find English and math on the graph. As we can see, English is here and math is here. Now we need to identify how many students voted for each. You can see that for English, we have all the way up. So, because it's over the 14 line, but not at the 16 line, we know that 15 children voted for English. We can put 15 children. Then, for math, we can see that it's above the 6th line, but below the 8th line. Therefore, we know 7 children voted for math. If we take 15 minus 7, what do we get? Let's figure it out. So, if we start at 7, we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Therefore, we counted 8 spaces. Therefore, 8 children said that they enjoyed English more than math. In this graph, we are going to be looking at data that involves which animal students voted to be their favorite, the selections being cats and dogs. As you can see, we have 13 students that voted for cats because it's above the 12 line but below the 14. And we have 3 students that voted for dogs because it is above the 2 line but below the 4 line. In this question, we are wondering how many less students voted for dogs than cats. If we have 13 cats and 3 dogs, 13 minus 3, let's try this equation in a different way. We're going to say 13 minus 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. Bring the 1 down, 10. Therefore, 10 less students voted for dogs than cats. Now we have seen both examples, a picture and a bar graph, and we are going to move on to an example that you can try on your own. In this graph, you can see that we are looking at a bar graph. First, take note of what is on the x-axis and what is on the y-axis. As you can see, on the x-axis, we are looking at days of the week for how many students were riding the bus. And on the y-axis, we can see the amount of students that rode the bus. The question being asked is how many more students rode the bus on Mondays than Wednesdays? First, remember to locate them on the graph. Search for Monday and Wednesday. As you can see, we have Monday at 30 and Wednesday at 20. Therefore, you're going to start to set up your equation. You need to have how many Monday bus riders first. Therefore, you should have what? Yes, 30. 30 minus how many Wednesday bus riders, which remember we were at 20. 30 minus 20. If you'd like to set up the subtraction problem in a different way, you can write 30 minus 20 equals, then you would have 0 minus 0 equals 0, and 3 minus 2 equals 1. Therefore, you should have came out with the answer 10, meaning that you had 10 more students ride the bus on Mondays than Wednesdays. Such an amazing job today. I hope that you leave this lesson feeling comfortable identifying which type of graph you're looking at, as well as being able to remove data from the graph to create an equation and solve the equation. You can feel free to watch this video as many times as you'd like. And once again, remember to always comment below if you have any questions, and like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more videos next week. Thank you so much for learning with us.